No mercy, just legacy. If you're listening to this now, then it means I survived. Not the fairy tale version of survival, not the beautiful kind. I mean the ugly survival, the kind where you lose pieces of yourself, just trying to make it through another night. There were moments I truly thought the pain would consume me, moments where betrayal felt endless, where loneliness echoed so loudly it became part of my identity. Moments where I questioned if the world was only built for cruel people to win. And honestly, maybe that's the moment the villain in me was born. Not from hatred, from exhaustion, from carrying heartbreak like it was stitched into my skin, from loving people who only love my silence, my usefulness, my willingness to sacrifice myself. I spent years shrinking so others could feel taller, years dimming my fire so nobody would call me too much, years begging for love in rooms where I was only tolerated, never truly valued, until one day something inside me died. The fear of being misunderstood, the fear of losing people, the fear of becoming dangerous. And when those fears died, I became unstoppable. Now look at me, the same girl they underestimated, the same soul they abandoned, the same heart they tried to break quietly, built herself into an empire. Every scar became strategy, every tear became ambition, every lonely night became fuel. I no longer cry over betrayal, I use it. I no longer chase acceptance, I replace it with power, because pain taught me something unforgettable. Nobody remembers the people who lived only to be liked. The world remembers the ones who dare to become legendary. And yes, maybe I became colder, maybe my eyes carry darkness now, maybe my ambition frightens people, but the truth is, darkness didn't destroy me, it revealed me. It revealed the woman who was hidden beneath fear, the woman born to lead, to conquer, to become unforgettable. So this is not a goodbye, this is a warning to everyone who doubted me, ignored me, used me, betrayed me. Thank you, because every painful thing you did created the woman standing here now. And she no longer needs saving, no longer needs permission, no longer needs mercy, only legacy. Forever remembered, forever feared, forever legendary. The world remembers villains. El mundo recuerda a los villanos. quiet at the table, while everybody louder than me took pieces of my soul and called it life. I gave my kindness away like it was endless, held the weight of everyone until my own heart started breaking in silence. Nobody remembers the ones who cried alone. Nobody built statues for the people who stayed soft. So I buried my innocence under every sleepless night, and learned that survival can look a lot like darkness. Now when they say my name, there's fear inside their voices, because the sweet girl they ignored finally disappeared. The world remembers villains, not the angels left bleeding. So if I became cold, it's because warmth never saved me. I didn't choose the fire chose me. And now I walk through ashes like a queen made from tragedy. I still remember the version of me who wanted everybody happy, who thought love alone could heal betrayal, but scars teach faster than prayers ever will. And every tear I cried built another wall around my heart of gold. Now I wear ambition like armor on my skin. No more begging to be loved, no more shrinking to fit in. The world remembers villains, the ones who changed the story, the ones who turned pain into power and glory. So if heaven lost me, maybe success found me instead. And maybe broken girls become legends in the end. For a long time, I thought kindness was a strength, and maybe it is, but not in the world I survived. In this world, people take softness and turn it into opportunity. They study your heart just to learn where to hurt you deepest. And I hate admitting it, but I was too kind to win. Too forgiving, too patient, too willing to understand people who never tried to understand me. I gave love to people who gave me confusion, loyalty to people who gave me betrayal, and endless chances to people who never deserved the first one. I kept believing that if I stayed good, life would eventually reward me. But life doesn't work like that. Sometimes the purest hearts suffer the most, because they see goodness everywhere, even in places where goodness never existed. And honestly, that realization shattered me. I remember sitting alone, feeling stupid for caring. naturally, they don't know. Strength was built from disappointment. Every betrayal taught me boundaries. Every heartbreak taught me discipline. Every lonely night taught me how to survive without being saved. And maybe I lost pieces of my softness along the way, but I also found something stronger, respect for myself. Because kindness without boundaries becomes self-destruction. And I refuse to destroy myself anymore for people who never appreciated my heart. I was too kind to win, but I'm not that girl anymore. Now I know, now I know the difference between love and self-sacrifice. Now I know that survival sometimes requires distance. And now I know that the woman who protects her peace will always go farther than the woman who keeps abandoning herself to make others comfortable. Darkness looks good on me. I used to be afraid of the darkness inside me, afraid of my anger, afraid of my ambition, afraid of becoming the kind of woman people whisper about in fear. So I buried parts of myself, the intense parts, the hungry parts, the dangerous dreams, the rage born from disappointment. I tried so hard to stay soft, to stay lovable, to stay easy for the world to handle. But pretending to be smaller was destroying me slowly, because the truth is there was always darkness in me. Not evil, just power. Power I was taught to fear. I remember the exact moment I stopped fighting it. I was alone, heartbroken, exhausted from surviving people who kept taking pieces of me without remorse. And suddenly something inside me whispered, stop apologizing for becoming stronger. That sentence changed my entire life. After that, I stopped seeing my darkness as something ugly. I started seeing it as protection, as wisdom, as the fire that kept me alive when softness almost killed me. Now when I walk into rooms, people feel the difference. There's mystery in my silence, confidence in my eyes, danger in my ambition. And honestly, I love that version of me, because she no longer begs, no longer chases, no longer sacrifices herself to be accepted. She chooses herself unapologetically. And yes, maybe people call me cold now. Maybe they think I changed too much. Maybe my energy intimidates them. But those same people never cared when the world was breaking me apart. So darkness looks good on me, because pain carved depth into my soul, because survival sharpened my instincts, because loneliness taught me how to become my own home. I'm no longer ashamed of the woman I became, the ambitious woman, the guarded woman, the unstoppable woman. Because after everything I survive, I finally understand something beautiful. Some women aren't destroyed by darkness. Some women become it and turn it into power. I used to dream about revenge, not the loud kind, not screaming, not destruction, just the quiet satisfaction of proving everyone wrong. The people who laughed at my dreams, who treated my ambition like a joke, who watched me struggle with secret enjoyment in their eyes. I remember those moments clearly, the fake support, the hidden jealousy, the way people disappear when they think you have nothing left to offer. And honestly, the pain stayed with me for a long time. There's something heartbreaking about realizing some people secretly enjoy watching you fail, especially when you once loved them deeply. At first, I wanted explanations, apologies, closure, but eventually I realized something important. Success is the only closure some wounds ever receive. So I stopped arguing, stopped defending myself, stopped trying to convince people to see my value. Instead, I became obsessed with my future. While they were gossiping, I was building. While they underestimated me, I was evolving. While they focused on my failures, I was quietly becoming unstoppable. And honestly, the transformation became addictive, because healing through success feels different. Every achievement repairs something, every goal reached silences an old insecurity. Every victory reminds you that surviving was worth it. Now when people look at me, they see confidence, but they don't see the hunger behind it. The sleepless nights, the loneliness, the pressure of carrying dreams nobody else believed in. They don't see the version of me who cried silently, wondering if she would ever escape the life that was suffocating her spirit. But I escaped, and now success tastes better, because I earned every piece of it, not through luck, not through privilege, but through pain, discipline, and refusing to give up, even when everything inside me wanted to collapse. So no, I don't need revenge anymore, because watching me rise will always hurt more than watching me break. Success tastes better, revenge cold, and the girl they once pitied is becoming someone they'll never be able to ignore again. created this monster. I wasn't always like this. There was a time when my heart was soft enough to believe everyone meant well. A time when I trusted words more than actions, and love more than logic. I used to see beauty in people even after they hurt me. I kept giving chances, kept forgiving betrayal, kept hoping that loyalty would eventually return to me. But some people don't heal softness, they destroy it. And honestly, that destruction changes you forever. I remember every moment that built this version of me. Every lie I swallowed, every tear I hid, every humiliation I pretended didn't hurt. I remember loving people who only loved my usefulness, being there for everyone while nobody noticed. I was collapsing quietly inside, and the saddest part, they only appreciated my kindness after it disappeared. That's how the transformation began. Slowly, painfully, silently, like poison spreading through the soul. I stopped believing promises, stopped romanticizing loyalty, stopped expecting people to love me the way I love them. Because reality taught me something brutal. The world respects strength far more than innocence. So I became stronger, not happier, not colder by choice, just stronger. I built walls around my heart, learned how to walk away, learned how to survive disappointment without letting it destroy me publicly. And now people say I miss the old you, but the old me could barely survive this world. This version fights back. So if my eyes seem darker now, if my energy feels untouchable, if my ambition feels dangerous, remember this carefully. Monsters are not born, they are created by abandonment, by betrayal, by loneliness, by surviving pain. Too many times alone, they created this monster, and now they're afraid of what they turned me into. I used to hate being misunderstood. It kept me awake at night, wondering how people could create such cruel versions of me inside their minds. I spent years explaining myself, defending my intentions, trying to prove that my heart was good. But eventually I realized something exhausting. People only see what matches the story they already decided about you. So no matter how gentle I was, how loyal, how loving, someone would still call me selfish, cold to ambitious. vicious, too difficult to control. And honestly, that's when I stopped caring. Because the moment a woman stops sacrificing herself, the world suddenly labels her dangerous. Especially when she becomes successful, especially when she becomes confident, especially when she no longer begs to be accepted. I remember the exact moment my soul changed. It wasn't dramatic, it was quiet. I was sitting alone, thinking about how many times I abandoned myself just to keep other people comfortable. Oh, and suddenly I felt angry, not weak anger, transformative anger. The kind that burns away fear, the kind that finally says no more. That night, the villain queen was born. Not evil, not heartless, just finally awake. Now I walk differently, talk differently, dream differently. There's confidence in my silence, now power in my boundaries, elegance in my distance. Because suffering taught me that people respect what they cannot control. And honestly, I think that scares them. They miss the version of me who tolerated disrespect, who stayed available, who gave endless chances, who loved people more than she loved herself. But she was disappearing. This version of me survives now when they watch me rise, when they see me building the life they once said I could never have. I hope it haunts them a little. I hope they remember how they underestimated me. Because applause sounds different when it comes from people who once doubted your future. Applause for the villain queen, the woman they misunderstood, the woman pain transformed, the woman who turned heartbreak into an empire. And maybe I lost my innocence, but I found my power. And honestly, I would choose power every single time. I wasn't born cold. Life taught me slowly through broken promises, fake loyalty, and people who smiled in my face while secretly hoping I would fail at first. I blame myself for everything. Maybe I loved too hard, maybe I trusted too easily, maybe my heart was too pure for a world this cruel. And honestly, that innocence almost destroyed me. Because betrayal changes you differently. When it comes from people you would have never betrayed yourself. The worst pain isn't hatred, it's disappointment. It's realizing the people you would have protected without hesitation would watch you drown without guilt. I remember sitting alone, trying to understand how love could turn into manipulation, how loyalty could become weakness, how people could promise forever with lies already hidden in their mouths. And little by little, something inside me hardened. Not all at once. Pain is quieter than that. It happened slowly, who I used to be. The version of me who believed love was safe, who believed honesty was enough, who believed good hearts would always win in the end. But she died slowly every time someone betrayed her softness. Now I am made from betrayal, from heartbreak, from abandonment, from every moment I had to save myself alone. And honestly, I think that's why I feel unstoppable now. Because once you survive, the people almost destroyed your spirit. Nothing else in this world feels that frightening anymore. So if my heart seems colder now, it's because scars change the way people love. And mine turned me into someone who will never again confuse vulnerability with weakness. Good girls don't rule empires. I spent years trying to be good. Good enough, quiet enough, forgiving enough, easy enough to love. I thought if I gave people kindness, they would protect my heart. I thought loyalty would be returned with loyalty. I thought love was enough to keep people honest. I was wrong. The world does not reward innocence, it consumes it. And the saddest part is, good girls learn this lesson slowly, through betrayal, through disappointment, through loving people who only loved what they could take from them. I remember the exact feeling of realizing nobody was coming to save me. No miracle, no rescue, no perfect ending. Just me standing in the ruins of the person I used to be. And honestly, that moment changed everything. Because pain either destroys you or introduces you to the strongest version of yourself. So I stopped waiting, stopped begging, stopped shrinking my ambition to make other people comfortable. I became strategic, focused, selective, not cruel, just no longer naive. And suddenly people called me different, but what they really meant was she no longer sacrifices herself for us. That's what scares people most, a woman who finally chooses herself, especially a woman who no longer fears being misunderstood. Now I walk into rooms differently, not searching for approval, not hoping to be accepted, but knowing I belong there. Because confidence changes your entire presence, and survival changes your entire soul. Good girls don't rule empires, because empires require sacrifice, risk, obsession, and the ability to keep moving forward even when loneliness becomes unbearable. I still have a heart, I still feel deeply, still love intensely. But now my softness has standards, now my loyalty must be earned. And now my dreams matter more than people's opinions about them. Because history never remembers the girl who stayed small to protect everyone else's comfort. History remembers the woman forever. Beautifully dangerous. People always notice my beauty first. Never my mind, never my ambition, never the storms hidden behind my eyes. They saw softness, elegance, charm, but nobody ever asked what happens to a woman when life keeps teaching her that being gentle is not enough to survive. So I learned quietly, I learned how to smile while hiding pain, how to stay calm while my world collapsed internally, how to turn heartbreak into discipline instead of destruction. And honestly, the transformation changed everything. Because one day, the sweet girl disappeared, and in her place, something far more powerful was born. A woman who understood that beauty alone means nothing without boundaries, without intelligence, without the courage to become untouchable. Now my energy feels different, not innocent, not easy to control. Beautifully dangerous, the kind of dangerous that comes from surviving betrayal, from rebuilding yourself alone, from realizing nobody is coming to save you but yourself. And maybe that scares people, maybe they miss the version of me who tolerated disrespect, who stayed silent, who made herself smaller so others could feel bigger. But she was slowly dying. This version of me lives. I no longer beg for love, I no longer chase validation, I no longer explain my worth to people committed to misunderstanding it. Now I walk like someone who knows exactly who she is. And there's something powerful about a woman who no longer fears losing people, because she already survived losing herself. Yes, I still have softness inside me, I still believe in loyalty, still believe in real love, still feel deeply. But now my heart has standards, now my soul has armor, now my kindness comes with limits, because flowers with thorns survive longer. Beautifully dangerous, that's what pain turned me into. A woman with elegant scars, cold composure, and dreams too large to fit inside ordinary lights. And honestly, I think the world should be afraid of women who finally realize how powerful they truly are. Nobody handed me confidence, nobody opened doors for me, nobody looked at me and said, you were born for greatness. Most people looked at me and saw someone ordinary, someone emotional, someone too sensitive to survive a brutal world. And honestly, for a long time, I believed them. I shrank my dreams before became my own prison without even noticing. Because when you grow up feeling unseen, you start thinking invisibility is your destiny. But deep inside me, there was always something restless, something hungry, something that refused to die quietly. Even during my weakest moments, a voice inside me whispered you were made for more. And that voice saved my life. So when everybody else slept, I rebuilt myself in silence. I healed alone, cried alone, planned alone, dreamed alone. There's a certain kind of loneliness that ambitious people understand deeply. The loneliness of becoming someone before the world can see it. Nobody talks about that part. They celebrate success loudly, but they never see the years of isolation behind it. The sacrifices, the exhaustion, the nights you almost gave up but didn't. And honestly, that's where legends are created. Not in applause, not in attention, but in silent persistence. So no, the crown was never given to me. I built it from rejection, from heartbreak, from humiliation. From every moment I felt forgotten by the world. I turned pain into discipline, fear into obsession, and survival into power. Now when people look at me, they think confidence came naturally. They don't see the wars I fought inside myself to become this person. And maybe that's the saddest thing about transformation. Nobody notices how much of you died to create the stronger version. But I would still choose this path again. Because earning your crown changes you differently than inheriting one ever could. And after everything I survived, nobody will ever take mine away. There was a time when I needed everyone to like me. I measured my worth through other people's reactions. Their validation became oxygen, and their rejection felt like death. So I became smaller, less opinionated, less intense, less honest about my dreams. I edited my personality until I barely recognized myself, just to fit into rooms that never deserved me. And the saddest part is they still judged me anyway. No matter how kind I was, how loyal, how patient, it was never enough for people determined to misunderstand me. That realization broke something inside me, because I wasted years trying to earn love from people who didn't even love themselves properly. I abandoned my own voice to avoid criticism, abandoned my ambition to avoid intimidation, abandoned pieces of my soul to avoid abandonment. And honestly, nothing hurts more than betraying yourself slowly. But pain has a strange way of waking people up. One day I looked in the mirror and saw exhaustion in my eyes, the kind that comes from performing happiness instead of living truthfully. That was the moment everything changed. stopped asking what will people think, and started asking what do I actually want. And suddenly freedom entered my life. Not soft freedom, dangerous freedom. The kind that makes you unstoppable, because you no longer need permission to become who you were meant to be. So yes, I became more ambitious, more selective, more distant, more focused. Not because success changed me, but because self-respect finally did. I chose power over approval, and for the first time in my life I could finally breathe. Because approval is temporary. People change constantly, crowds switch sides overnight. But power protects you, power frees you, power gives your dreams a voice. In a world that only listens to people who dare to believe in themselves loudly. And maybe some people miss the quieter version of me, but she was drowning, trying to keep everybody comfortable. This version survives. This version builds empires. This version will never apologize for becoming unforgettable. I used to think a good heart was enough to be chosen, enough to be protected, enough to be remembered. So I loved deeply, trusted easily, forgave endlessly. And every single time the world taught me the same lesson. Soft hearts break first. I remember the nights I stayed awake, replaying conversations in my mind, trying to understand why people could hurt someone who only wanted to love them honestly. But innocence doesn't survive long in places built on ambition. Eventually, pain changes the temperature of your soul. Mine became cold slowly. Not because I stopped feeling, but because I started understanding that people respect power more than kindness, confidence more than sacrifice, mystery more than honesty. And honestly, that realization destroyed something beautiful inside me. There was a version of me who believed loyalty would always be returned, who believed effort guaranteed love, who believed pure intentions protected people from betrayal. She was wrong. The world crowns people who know how to survive it. So I learned how to hide emotions, how to walk away without begging, how to silence attachment before attachment destroyed me. And now people call me distant, but distance saved my life. Cold hearts win kingdoms because they don't collapse. Every time the world disappoints them, they adapt, they build, they rise, while sensitive souls spend years mourning people who never truly valued them. Sometimes I miss being soft, I miss feeling safe enough to love without fear, to trust without suspicion, to dream without preparing for disappointment. But softness nearly buried me alive, so now I wear elegance like armor, discipline like perfume, and ambition kingdoms. And after everything I survived, I deserve my throne too. I spend half my life trying to be acceptable. Smaller dreams, softer voice, less ambition, less intensity, less too much. Because every time I showed passion, the world looked at me like powerful women were something dangerous. So I learned to hide my fire behind elegance, behind patience, behind fake peace. But fire hidden too long eventually burns everything around it. And one night, while staring at the city lights, I realized something terrifying. Nobody remembers the people who waited quietly for permission. History remembers disruptors, rule breakers, the feared ones, the impossible ones. Villains ride the future because they dare to become unstoppable. And honestly, that truth changed me forever. I stopped asking if my dreams were realistic, stopped worrying if my confidence intimidated people, stopped shrinking my hunger to make insecure people comfortable. Because deep inside I knew I was born for more, not ordinary, more legendary, more. I can feel it in my veins sometimes, this obsession with becoming unforgettable. Like destiny itself refuses to leave me alone. And yes, ambition is lonely. People celebrate your vision only after it succeeds. Before that, they call you delusional, obsessed, arrogant. But every empire began inside someone everyone underestimated. So now I protect my energy carefully. I move in silence, I trust actions over promises. And I no longer explain myself to people committed to misunderstanding me. The old version of me wanted to be loved by everybody. This version of me wants freedom, legacy, because love fades, attention fades, beauty fades. But impact becomes immortal. Villains write the future because they stop fearing judgment and start building worlds nobody else was brave enough to create. So watch closely, the girl they once ignored is becoming a force too powerful to erase. No halo fits me anymore. be the perfect person, the understanding daughter, the loyal lover, the forgiving friend, the girl who never made anyone uncomfortable, even when she was falling apart inside. I wore kindness like a halo, like if I loved people enough, they would finally love me the same. But the truth is, some people only love a lie because they want something from it. And the moment you stop sacrificing yourself, the moment you choose your own peace, they call you selfish, cold, changed. Maybe I did change because carrying everybody's pain nearly destroyed me. I remember crying silently so nobody would worry, smiling politely while my heart felt exhausted, pretending I was okay because I thought suffering quietly made me good. But all it did was make me invisible. Nobody saves a girl who hides her sadness too well. So one day I stopped trying to be an angel. I stopped apologizing for ambition, for boundaries, for wanting more than survival. And honestly, freedom changed my entire soul. In walking away, power in realizing you don't owe softness to people who are cruel to you. Now my energy feels different, not innocent, not harmless, just awake. And maybe my eyes carry darkness now, but they also carry wisdom, the kind only pain can teach. No halo fits me anymore because I outgrew the version of me who kept bleeding to keep everybody else comfortable. I still have a heart, I still feel deeply, I still love fiercely, but now I protect myself too, because the world praises selfless people while destroying them quietly. And I refuse to disappear like that. So if heaven no longer recognizes me, that's okay. I'd rather become powerful than remain pure and forgotten. Let me become legendary. There was a time when nobody believed in me. Not truly. They listened to my dreams with polite smiles, the kind people give when they secretly expect you to fail. I could feel it in the way they doubted me softly, like disappointment was already waiting for my name. And maybe back then I looked too fragile, too emotional, too lost to become anything unforgettable. But people mistake softness for weakness all the time. What they never understood was that storms can grow inside silent people. I spent years watching everybody else shine while I stayed in the shadows, clapping for lives I secretly because I followed crowds, but because I survived everything meant to destroy me. So I disappeared for a while, not to rest, to rebuild. I turned heartbreak into discipline, loneliness into focus, pain into fuel. While they were sleeping, I was becoming someone new, someone dangerous, someone impossible to ignore. And honestly, the transformation hurt, because becoming legendary requires killing old versions of yourself. The insecure girl, the people pleaser, the soul that kept settling for less than it deserved. Sometimes I miss her, the innocent version of me, who still believed the world rewards pure hearts. But legends are not created by comfort, they are created by pressure, by loss, by obsession. Now when I walk forward, I no longer hear doubt, I hear destiny calling my name. And if my ambition scares them, good, because average people never change history. Watch me become legendary, watch me build everything they said was impossible. Watch the girl they underestimated turn into a name nobody can forget. They always called me beautiful, like beauty was the only thing worth noticing about me. Nobody saw the pressure behind my smile, the exhaustion in my eyes, the rage I swallowed to keep looking soft. I learned very young that pretty girls are loved as long as they stay quiet, as long as they stay agreeable, as long as they never become too powerful. So I played the role perfectly, the sweet voice, the gentle heart, the girl who made everybody comfortable, while disappearing more and more inside herself. And honestly, I almost lost who I was. Because people are not flowers until flowers grow thorns. Then suddenly they call them dangerous. But pain changes beautiful people, especially the ones who gave too much love to the wrong hands. I remember nights crying in front of mirrors, asking myself why being good never seemed enough, why loyalty got betrayed, why innocence got mocked, why the cruelest people always walk through life like kings and queens. That's when something dark started blooming inside me. Not hatred, not evil, just ambition without fear, boundaries without guilt, power without apology. And now when I walk into rooms, I can feel the energy shift, because sweetness still lives in me, but now it stands beside danger. Stop needing approval, stop shrinking my dreams, stop pretending softness was my only identity. Pretty girls become monsters too when the world keeps teaching them that kindness gets punished and silence gets forgotten. So if my eyes look colder now, it's because they've seen betrayal too many times to stay innocent forever. And maybe I scare people now, maybe heartbreak is that it doesn't just break hearts. Sometimes it creates legends. Mercy never made history. They told me kindness would take me everywhere, so I opened my hands for people who only came to empty them. I gave second chances like they were endless, forgave betrayal until forgiveness started feeling like self-destruction. I kept waiting for karma, for justice, for the universe to notice how badly they hurt me. But the truth is cruel. The world doesn't stop because your heart is pure, and history was never written by the people too afraid to become dangerous. So I watch them win, the selfish ones, the fearless ones, the people willing to sacrifice softness for power. And something inside me finally snapped. Not my soul, not my dreams, just the part of me that kept confusing mercy with weakness. Now I move differently, more silence, more strategy, more distance in my eyes. I learned that wolves respect wolves, not wounded lambs. And maybe heaven cries when people like me change. Might be angels mourn the girl I used to be, but pain reshapes people until survival looks unrecognizable. I still remember how innocent my heart was before disappointment turned love into a battlefield. Before every promise started sounding temporary. Before I realized that loyalty is rare and ambition survives longer than affection. So now I choose myself first, without guilt, without apology, because mercy never made history. Power did. Names become immortal when they stop asking permission to exist loudly. And if becoming legendary means becoming feared, then let them fear me. I spent too many years being harmless to people who never hesitated to destroy me. Born sweet, built ruthless. I used to apologize for taking up space, for speaking too loud, for dreaming too big, like my existence needed permission to breathe. I was soft back then, soft enough to forgive lies, soft enough to stay, even when my heart was begging me to leave. People love that version of me, the quiet one, the patient one, the girl who carried pain gracefully and smiled like she wasn't slowly dying inside. But sweetness attracts wolves, and eventually even flowers learn that surviving storms require stronger roots. So little by little, I stopped breaking for people who never broke for me. Stopped bleeding for hearts that celebrated my wounds. And God, the loneliness changed me. There's something terrifying about realizing nobody is coming to save you. That one day you either become powerful or become forgotten. So I build myself from every betrayal, every humiliation. Every night I cried until sunrise touched my window like a cruel reminder that life keeps moving even when you're shattered. Now my heart speaks differently, colder, sharper, smarter. I don't chase love anymore, I chase freedom. I chase legacy, I chase the version of me who would make my younger self cry out of pride. And yes, baby, I became ruthless, but ruthlessness was born from survival, not evil. Nobody asked the fire why it burns after being lit. I was born sweet, but this world built a villain with perfect posture, diamond eyes and ambition too dangerous to stop. Now when they look at me, they don't see the girl I was, they see the woman who survived becoming nobody and turned herself into something unforgettable. I remember staring at the ceiling with tears drying on my face, wondering why the world gave love so easily to everyone except me. I was always the one who stayed after everybody left, the one fixing broken hearts while mine collapsed quietly behind a perfect smile. They told me, be patient, be humble, good things come to good people. But all I ever saw was cruel people winning while angels learned how to suffer. So one night, something inside me changed, not loudly, not dramatically, just a silent promise born in the middle of pain. I promised myself the crown, even if I had to bleed for it, even if loneliness became the price of greatness. I was done waiting for someone to save me, done begging the world to finally see my worth. Now ambition lives in my veins like royal blood. Every rejection became fuel, every betrayal became strategy. Every sleepless night turned into another step toward the empire they said I'd never build. And maybe I became colder, but cold hearts survive. when success is loud, but the room is silent. Because power doesn't hug you, and crowns can feel heavy when you fought for them alone. But I would still choose this path again and again, because I'd rather be feared than forgotten. I'd rather chase destiny than spend my life invisible. So if they call me selfish now, if they say I change, maybe they're right. Pain transformed me, failure sharpened me, and the girl